I like Zora, but I need you to tell me more about your understanding of this world. I need to know. Bit cartridges. Again, I'm not gonna steal. I just want to look at all of it. Spaceship. Another telescoping stuff with which apparently the person here sleeps. Yep. Honest. Not gonna take anything. Just needed to see. I like Zora too. Real practical and even-headed.
I'm gonna lose my lunch.
I really want to see more discussions between her and Graham, because I think that could be very very enlightening as to her position. Rhapsody must really like them if he won't steal from them. I'd give you exactly 0 guesses why. Alright, let's teleport back to town, I think. Got a couple things to hand in there. Silly, thank you much for the tier 1 sub to Cool Blaster 678. 679 rather. Much appreciated. Cool Blaster, enjoy your emotes in chat and welcome to the Republic.
Did you and Ellie drink all my Spectrum Red?
Oh, was that yours? I thought it was their new Felix line. Whoops.
I know it. Nyoka. Damn it, I was saving that.
Aww.
You should
Love
know
those lines.
you're getting excellent reviews from across the company. What can I do for you?
Give him the bolt. I wonder if at any point I have the ability to give the bolt to the iconoclasts instead. I found your review on a terminal in the arms building. Yeah, I'm going to talk to him about that.
You weren't supposed to look. I asked you to delete it.
Sorry, it was already open. You could have told me what was on that terminal. Yeah, you sent me into Raptidon-infested mess to clean up after you. Sorry, it was already open.
Oh, yes. This has been my albatross. The great shame of my career. I give MSI everything. My work, my youth, my left kidney,
Really?
and for years, I was a joke to them.
Your left kidney?
One of the executives required a transplant. I thought volunteering to donate might improve my prospects.
No, you'll get used up and spat out just like everyone else. Bud did it?
Apparently not.
Who cares what they think? You're in charge now. That's what you get for giving so much of yourself over to a corporation.
Oh, perhaps they were right. After all, what have I built? Stellar Bay is barely keeping afloat.
Take it easy. You kept the city running against all odds. You want a medal? You're right. This card plays a garbage heap. We'll go for the first one.
I hadn't thought of it that way. But perhaps there's something to that. Thank you for that. Was there something else? Oh, yes. I'm going to be up all night with this. All those blanks waiting to be filled, boxes waiting to be ticked.
Try to control yourself, sir.
Have you any idea how powerful this is? Corporations have been toppled with less.
Yeah, okay. It's a little awkward. How exactly is a data cartridge going to help?
What a question! Bureaucratic micromanagement is the only way anything gets done in Halcyon, and proper documentation is a key part of that. For our part, a bill of liquidation/transfer Form 52 will protect our holdings on Monarch by temporarily assigning them to a pass-through entity once we drop our bomb on the board.
So not useful for the iconoclast then. All right. Yeah, the board will finally get their comeuppance. Spare me the details and tell me what happens next. Let me guess. A paperweight? So you do want to go against the board. Don't be ridiculous. Yes, finally the board will get their comeuppance.
Wait, we're dropping a bomb on the board?
Sort of. Really, we're just going to blackmail them into offering us a seat at the table.
But really, whatever gets you excited about the idea? It's definitely a firm middle finger.
I can get behind that. Just tell me what you're planning.
I have reason to believe that one of the other corporations is operating on Monarch. Illegally and in secret.
The board just can't let Monarch go, huh?
If we can find proof, I can use that as leverage to encourage certain powers that be to accept our Bolt 52 and reinstate us on the board.
Sanja, you sly dog.
You
really think so? I admit I've been hatching this scheme for quite some time. I just needed someone capable to help me carry it out. If someone is operating here, then Catherine's almost certainly supplying them out of Fallbrook. Perhaps she could be convinced to tell you where they are.
I know how to make people talk. Sounds like you know her well enough yourself.
That's part of the problem. She has certain ambitions for Stellar Bay, and I fear my asking her would give her the leverage she's been looking for.
Don't get yourself worked up, sir. It's perfectly natural to have a healthy fear of her.
We really don't need to discuss this now, Celia.
So go to Fallbrook and get the location of an illegal corporate facility. Then?
Once you, subtly work out where this corporate facility might be, bring back proof of its operation. Maybe some nice letterhead. Or someone working there. That would do it.
Infiltrate a secret corporate base and kidnap the staff. Sure. Easy.
A foolproof plan if I ever heard one. I'll leave the execution to you.
I have questions about MSI in the old good days. So, you used to work with Graham. Why not mention that earlier?
Ah, so you've heard about our prior acquaintance.
No sense being coy about it. We're partners now, aren't we?
I suppose you're right. Graham's always had a way with words. Strange as it may seem, I suspect he'd have quite the corporate career if he weren't so radical. Graham seemed like a reasonable man years ago. We both agreed that MSI's treatment of its workers was untenable. I thought reforms would be enough. I didn't realize you wanted to abolish the corporate system entirely.
Why exactly do you want back on the board? Just to see if they've treated you pretty roughly? Is it worth going back to that? I can't fault you for practicality. First one.
I'm not a man to put pride before progress. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
Broadly, I just don't think that's gonna happen. You mean the corporate data you sent me after? Good for you, forcing the bargaining table. You mean the corporate data?
Indeed. I've discovered it's much easier to negotiate from a position of power. And I don't mean to leave MSI or its people at a disadvantage. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations.
I still just don't think that's gonna happen.
What can I do?
Leave that conversation and start leveling up. I mean, actually, let's level up tech. Right? Let's do that many times and then put more in engineering, maybe? Right? Wasn't that what I was going to go for? Wasn't going to be lie or intimidate, was it? Have you read the log he has at his desk? I think I have. If it's his duty list, then yes. Right, lockpicking was one of them. Why am I still upgrading lock? It feels weird to still be doing. I want to do sneak. Yeah, I'm doing sneak. Three on that. Let's remember the safe was 95 lockpicking. Oh, that is true. Fine. But then my engineering is never going to get high enough to solve those other things. There'll be lockpick and hack 100 checks at some point. Yes, fair point. Well made. Let's quickly change armor. Yep, I have read that one. All right, and then the other thing to turn into town is which? Velma the fishery, of course. Also, I should start looking out for armors that have more tech and more stealth skills.
Oh, it does work.
All right.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna gut.
No need to. Bad news about Braxton, though.
That he's got his load on and I'm stuck covering his shift?
Give him Braxton's ID. He was killed by cannibals out in the ruins.
That's... wow. I sure feel like an ass now.
Yeah, don't you? Cheer up. Now you can find someone better. It's a rotten way to go. You definitely sounded like one.
Ease up. I'm running on a chronic shortage of sleep here.
By choice.
Still, it's good to know what happened to him. And that I ought to start looking for a replacement. Something else on your mind?
Hi. I heard there's an opening. Actually, let's talk about the drug thing, because we do now know that he has actually been stealing drugs because he was selling them in the other area.
And yeah,
why didn't you turn him in?
we're not like those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping on the wrong side of the bed. Besides, the Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough. And Braxton knows how to get this Altoona. Fat, or some...
Or new, I guess. Okay, so that's why that was updated, just for the end text of or new. Now, I don't actually think we ever descended these either. Transition to the ruins in the south. Alright. I know we definitely have missions in the ruins. That's what that leads to? Oh. That's a little bit disappointing. To be honest, I thought there was actually like, I thought it was like a New York situation, like Futurama. Like the ruins of New York sit under New York. But I guess there's been nothing in the story so far that would suggest that would exist here on Monarch. Let me click again. Thank you. And the final one isn't even actually alert yet. Beautiful. This is exactly what we've been setting up our stats to be able to do. This kind of like, oh, there's a camp ahead of us. I guess I'll just take out all of it and now I can proceed.
Nice one.
Gotta love the one-shot kills. See, the problem is if Ultra is the highest level of equipment, then I have a problem coming up. Because this is Ultra, but the enemies are going to start scaling past this point, and if this is the highest I can scale this weapon without tinkering, I'm not really building engineering, so I don't really know how my tinkering is going to go. Alright. Let's actually start barreling towards the marker. Oh, hang on. Sorry, just give him a warning shot. It's fine, it's fine.
Huh?
Just another warning shot again. You can do just fine, it's just expensive, but it gets so expensive.
There we go.
Oops. I missed my warning shot there.
Who did this?
You're reacting to a corpse, and then... You. It's gotta be sporting, right? It's the most dangerous game. I gotta give them a moment. For fairness' sake, at least. Push science up to 100 for a massive reduction. Yeah, but the problem is science is so far from 100 right now and has so little benefit in between because I'm not using science weapons that I don't really know. I kind of like hunting. Just hanging up there.
All right, here we
Taking them
go.
down one by one. Biting off much more than I can chew. You know, it's fun.
You want some of this?
Felix drop kicks that one straight to death. Lovely. Come on, come on, come on. I love that I have the companion abilities just to cover any enemy that gets a little too close to me.
Oh, that's the last of him.
Yep, I think that's everyone. I'm not even going to bother looting. Just run. Because that's how I got off path last time, I think. Following my nose for the loot. Man, I can't find a head for the lookout. Monarch and Scylla are the only good farming and loot planets? Really? That's a shame. I still haven't gone to Scylla at the very least, though, so there's still one more for me. Death by headshot in the middle of the rest of the group. Deals a little bit of AoE damage. And then we just have the one that I have to deal with. Come on. Make your way around the corner. Did it not? Did someone already kill it for me? I was kind of waiting for it to round the corner so I could see and V it. Hit those companion abilities. Okay. Again, I am trying to go straight. Doesn't seem like the opportunity is really there. Another auto mechanical that's respawned. Yeah, I'm not going to clear that camp again. Which also probably means that this camp is respawned. Just in case. Okay, never mind. We look safe. Alright, I'm going to actually have a look at the map because I don't know if we can even follow this through here. No, we can. We can. There's a topographical line leading us the entire way. We should be fine. That's why do you hate your character's ankles? Look. The character's ankles and I had a disagreement a long time ago, and I'm just making sure that they know where their place is. Yeah, never mind. We aren't on the topographical part that I thought I was. The enemy variety in the game is a little bit lacking. It's good, but not nearly the amount of content you expected from a spiritual successor to the Fallout New Vegas. I haven't really thought about the amount of content in the game yet, to be honest. We need our way through this door. Chastity's hideaway key to unlock. I don't have that. I mean, that's my way to get through there, unless I'm going a far path, like looping around the bottom. But that looks like the only thing I really get to do here. So let's go for it. Hey, Rose.
Good luck in all that you do.
Nothing extra to say. Fair enough. I think all of the area of this town we've already explored, so I think it's time to just bounce back out. I hope you continue liking it, honestly. I just wish they were small. I would not put it past the game's developers, that is Obsidian, to offer some DLC for this game at any point. Would not put it past them at all. And God, I hope they do.
South here. Off the road and down this slope. We've got a decent trek ahead of us.
Gonna go get dinner, have fun chatting raps. Catch you around, Wishy. Thank you very much for tuning in. Got another camp a little bit further up. Mantisaurs. Okay, so we've actually finally started to see them. Alright, Mantisaurs. Where are your weak spots? I'm just gonna guess straight up head. That would be an excellent grandpa name for you. Not if you say it phonetically. One warning shot. The warning shot is just to get them to turn around so that then I can hit them with the actual shot.
Love a good brawl.
That was definitely the plan the entire time. And not just a fringe benefit to the accident I made.
Heads up, jackass.
They are weak mainly to corrosive. I don't think I have any corrosive at all.
I am a
Mantis pillar in the back line. One down. Close. Down again.
nothing like a good tussle.
Okay, so it's only like the Manta Saws that I really need to worry about. The Manta Pillars are, you know, single shot kills. So if those are only the drones... I have to imagine the queen is going to be absolutely ridiculous. Let's go off the beaten path again. Just in case. It looks like the wildlife fights amongst itself. Heard it way too late. Although these mines inflict corrosive, so you'd expect that it might be traps that have been set up by someone who's trying to stay safe from the manticores. Yeah. Hit my allies with that. Oops. Gotta try and make sure that I have the right angle on all of these so that I don't hit another mine. There you go. Who's trying to keep us out? Because frankly, I'm making us both vulnerable to all of the Mantiqueens in the area. This also could be a containment program, like the Mantiqueen is in a nest in the middle of all of this. Or a Mantiqueen. We don't know exactly how rare they are.
Void, take you! Don't let up!
Fine, and rotate around. I don't know why I'm actually trying to go with the handgun right now. It's gonna do almost no damage. Yeah. Oh, Hunting Rifle Ultra. That needs to be repaired. Although we can repair it in the fields. Let's do that. I think I know now why it wasn't dealing any damage anymore. Good to have it back in shape, rather. Okay, that valley leads back out into the other area. Have to imagine this isn't what we're looking for. Yeah, it can't be. We already know that whole location. Fine, it looks like there's no way through here. Let's check the map. Oh, interesting. This is the other side of the gate that we've seen previously. All right, let's try and open that gate from this side then.
You don't have to do this. Just let us down from here. Look, I didn't mean what I said about your outfit. It's very fashionable, I swear. Somebody's blowing up a piece of Monarch.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let you all finish that.
I want in. Next one's mine.
Come on then, Cannon, come around. CV.
Softball kick. To shreds, you say?
Perfect.
Never keep us out.
Ooh. Not actually a bad reward. We're starting to find decent things in the environment. There's only so many 6-bit canisters I can loot. Alright, see if we can unlock it from this side at the absolute least. Use terminal on sealed door. Done. Had to happen eventually. So we have the ability to climb back on top. I guess we'll do all of those kinds of things before we actually enter the facility. Just in case. Probably loot around the other side, but might as well completely check this side first. Can get atop that building, can't get in that building. Don't know if we can even enter this building. Let's check that first. Chat's been really good about not spoiling things, yeah. Much appreciated. Power attack damage plus 20%. Also the hunter kit for range. Deadeye assault rifle, another one. I'm waiting for the Deadeye assault rifle Mark II. Super Scoper. Okay, that actually sounds interesting and rare. Where are we? Super Scoper 2000 applies 6 times zoom scope. Zoom scope, sorry. Can I zoom into different levels using that? And we're over capacity. Great. Damn it. Let's quickly deal with that. That's an easy thing to get rid of. Its sell value is really high, though. Like, I'm starting to think maybe I should just be taking all that stuff home. But also, just completing the missions is enough as well. A Trip Blade Mark II that's pristine. Still don't think I need it. Alright, let's sort these by weight. Maybe a little slow, but it'll last forever. I don't really need any of these. Least of which, like all of these flamethrowers. Let's get rid of those first. I mean, that's put us below the limit. We'll just continue. With tinkering costs, selling loot is pretty nice on the wallet. Yeah, usually selling is not viable, like, basically at all in games like this. It is here. Love it. Skill bonus for extra sneak. Tech skills. I've already got something with tech skills, so I don't need it. Alright, scientists. What's up? How can I help? Lab protective monocle for extra persuade. Not exactly what I would have assumed that would have had in it. Hacking skill too low. 98. Good lord. UDL lab weapons terminal key card. That's what we find there at least. Okay, none of this is stealing. I feel pretty good about that. Cigarette lighters. Those weapons part. Use box. Fine. Where are the actual remaining people in here? Unless... Did the character that was talking back to the Marauders actually already die? Oh! Hello. Extremely rude. Thankfully our companions have it done. Jeweled ring, fine. And another gun I probably don't need. Is Felix? Yeah, Felix actually encountered another enemy and died. That went straight through the head of the Marauder.
That's the last of them.
It's not fair at all. So Felix went upstairs and didn't aggro anyone else. I have to imagine the rest of the facility is fine for us now. Whisper Quiet Muzzler. I do need another one of those, but... I also need a weapon that it'll be good on. Lockpick +5 on a hat. Yeah, I think I already have stuff like that, though. Tech skills +5. Again, don't really need that. Have my own. I will actually start crouching, though, just in case. Is there actually, like, the ability to get all of the collectible tossball cards? Or are they junk? They're junk, damn. I was really hoping they were the kinds of things that would appear back in the ship. Like quest markers kinds of stuff. Universal Defense Logistics. This terminal is only to be used by UDL personnel with an A237 clearance. If you're reading this without an A237 clearance, please report to your supervisor for immediate termination and disciplinary action, including but not limited to fines in excess of 100,000 bits, detention in a UDL authorized incarceration center for up to 136 months, mandatory corporate policies and value seminars, revocation of the company lounge and or bathroom privileges. What's the research data we found here? Project name is Lorem Ipsum Est Dolore. Lorem Ipsum something Dolore Est? Project Lorem Ipsum shall result in a potent, mostly non-lethal crowd control gas for use against rioting, agitated, or excessively numerous crowds. Rich sulfur pockets make Monarch a prime site for testing and experimentation. Early results show promise, but further research is necessary. UDL disavows all knowledge and responsibility for Lorem Ipsum. All data in this report is considered proprietary knowledge of UDL. Let's transfer that to an external tape. So I actually don't even need to go to Catherine Mallard for this because I just found the proof. Interesting. I like that you can do it out of order like that, but I wonder if I just lost a lot of information from conversation. Alternate project titles. Access restricted by user JPal. I'm going to log in so I can see. If Valdez wants a better title, let's see how she likes these. She's going to be furious if she ever finds this list and I'm not covering for you. Make sure that these are good and hidden. Thunderdog, Eggs Mayhem, Skunk Parade, Fuck You Valdez, and I Want My Race. Perfect. Ms. Valdez, just reporting in to let you know that the lab's all set up. We found a good sulfur pocket to drill into, so the data's coming, but this place smells awful. The only local we've managed to make contact with is the sublight boss in Fallbrook. She doesn't ask questions, but I'm pretty sure she's gouging us. We're all getting sick of expired sister bits. From Valdez. Sanders. It's supposed to smell awful. That's the point. I don't care what sublight is charging as long as it keeps your presence there quiet. If word gets out, we're going to be spending the rest of our lives in corporate re-education seminars. I don't want to hear from you again until you have a working formula. Once we've got that, you and the rest of the lab rats can come back to Byzantium and live on cacao rebs for all I care. And come up with a better name for the project. Something flashy and catchy. Something that the rest of management will take seriously. Maybe Waterloo or Dangerburn. I'm sick of my boss asking me why I'm forgetting to fill out parts of my reports. Return to root. The other recipe is ghost pepper sauce, sugar, citric acid, and nutritional yeast. Inspired by the Big Mac sauce that has all the same tastes. I actually, I saw recently on Bon Appetit, I think it was It's Alive, I think it was an episode of Brad's show, getting a bunch of kimchi and dehydrating it and then blending it and ending up with kimchi powder. And there was a couple other things they ended up adding into that mix as well that went on popcorn, and I need that in my life. I desperately need that in my life. All right. Hello, YouTube. Welcome back. I think I hopefully cut something out there. I always forget to cut things out, but thankfully, oftentimes, I will get a notification with a comment that says, hey, I think you forgot to cut something out of this. And then I can edit it. Like that Minecraft one recently. I just sworn I'd already looted this area. Different part of the same area, I guess. Shunts. Just earrings in that one. Probably pretty light and easy to sell. Still don't know what this facility is actually being used for because I haven't found an interactable workshop. Yeah. Not a workshop, but a interactable workstation, rather. Oh. I had. Never mind. Woo! I have a short-term memory problem, apparently. It's all on the Hack 100 terminal. This one? Or the one downstairs that I can't hack. Yeah, probably the one downstairs that I can't hack. That would make sense, Ryan. Dumb question, bud. Well, at least we can unlock this now. We got the key card, yeah. Just collected that upstairs. This terminal is only to be used with UDL personnel of an S564 clearance. If you're reading this without an S564 clearance, please report to your supervisor. Yes, we've seen that before. And a personal letter from Chairman Rockwell expressing his extreme disappointment. Letter not actually written by Chairman Rockwell, however, it is an approximation of his tone of vocabulary with a 99.8% degree of accuracy, so you should really... damn it, I was trying to do the speedy thing at the end. So you should be really ashamed. Research data, let's check it. After successful trials, management has decided to put Project Not a Toy on hold. UDL will instead pursue projects with a wider area of effect and more practical large crowd control scale applications. Before anyone asks, this does not mean I'm unlocking the gun. It's still off limits. All right, we're going to find a science weapon here. Research log 14. Early results are promising. We've managed to increase the surface tension of the gloop to create a controlled and predictable spread of the substance. Management wants a catchier name though. I told Pal we're not using the project name Sticky Bits, but he refuses to refer to it as anything else. It doesn't even make sense. The gloop particles are nearly frictionless. Pal and Chastity have started to show interest in the project, which should be good, but their trials seem to involve covering various hard-to-reach surfaces in gloop and launching expensive equipment at them. I'm gonna have a talk to them. Someone filled my underwear drawer with gloop. I have theories. That's immediately after the previous one, by the way, those two logs. Chastity used the gloop gun in our office paintball game yesterday. She said it was a mistake, but this is the third time she's made that same mistake, and she managed to cover the door panel with the stuff. Damn thing's been going haywire ever since. Do you know how hard it is to clean up goop? Chastity doesn't, because every time I pull out the latex and solvent, she remembers she got actual work to do. From now on, I'm locking the damn gun up. Alright, let's unlock it then. To confirm that you are an authorized UDL security specialist, please answer the following. You're attending a company meeting at HHC headquarters in Byzantium, and vile dissidents attack the building. It's definitely protect the chairman. Correct response registered, proceeding with security check. Question 2. You are perusing one of our many UDL personal security mega outlets and enjoying our fine selection of employee compliance equipment when you're approached by a stranger. He makes an offhand comment that should be construed as an indirect insult to Chairman Rockwell. What do? Berate him relentlessly to defend the chairman's honor, smile and walk away, engage him further to assess his intent. The first one. Correct. You and your spouse have a healthy, loving relationship, but one day you discover that they've been reading unsanctioned stories to your children. Well, of course, I kill my children and spouse. Naturally. Destroy the stories and forbid your children from mentioning them again. Arrest your spouse and admit your children to a re-education program. Turn the stories into the authorities and claim responsibility. Obviously the second. Correct. Use of prototype crowd suppression GL009 has been authorized. Indoor use of the weapon will result in any cleaning fees being deducted from your paycheck. Have a pleasant day. This one doesn't look like it's for me. Isn't this for, now you have an okay at best gun? Yeah, makes sense. Isn't this for, the robo? Oop. Thank you for those. And it looks like pretty much all of this facility is now wrung dry. Thanks for the stuff. I'll continue on my way. No, robot shoots acid. Can you not replace any of the robot stuff? Do you just have to tinker their... Oh, right. Yeah, no, it did say you can't change their equipment.